break it down.
JoJo,
Listen, man.
you said what you said earlier, gang.
You know what the f I do, you see what I'm saying? So you better stop playing. You personally, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, who that is?
Mimo, you.
Y'all recruit goofies got them playing with me. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
I told you that personally anyway.
You police? Police,
Yeah,
gang. You police over here.
Alright. I'm talking to you though. You personally, just you. Ain't nobody
Is that Munna, what you call it, talking to Mimo?
Don't kick me.
Hey, I talked to you. I talked to you earlier. I told you earlier. That's mine, dude. You.
Oh yeah, he said dude.
.com. So due to that, guys wouldn't find anywhere else on Instagram page. Let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, if you didn't know by now, Chicago is a tricky place because these days you don't know who's a friend or a foe.
For sure.
Normally when you get into it with someone you were once cool with, it never get further than you guys arguing or maybe even having a fight with each other to settle your differences.
Right.
However, Chicago is very, very different.
Very different. And I don't know if that's one thing about Chicago. I don't know if I've seen it in any other city. Like in LA, Crips ain't really going at the Crips like that. Like if you do, it's like some weird shit going on. You know? In Chicago, boy, you don't got no friends, gang, on bro grade. That's why a lot of people from Chicago be by themselves. Cause in Chicago, it's normal for your friend, like all that backdoor slimy, all that shit. It's normal for you to get into it with somebody over some socks, over a bag of chips, over a blunt, over a lighter. Y'all get into it and somebody will die. Like sometimes, a lot of times it be fisticuffs or whatever, but that happens every day in the rap game.
Friend, family member, or whoever, it seemed like once a disagreement is had, it can go as far as two guys who were once cool with each other now wanting to take each other's lives, treating each other as if they were never once cool. Now, it's one thing to fight, but it's another thing to take somebody's life or not care if a life is taken or because of a disagreement or a falling out. However, on the flip side of all that, then you have the part where guys are willingly backdooring each other with no remorse and glorifying the fact that they are snakes, slimes, and not someone to be trusted. This have spread not only amongst the older crowd, but the younger crowd as well. And I think it's worse amongst the younger crowd because they don't really understand what they're doing due to their age. But it's becoming a crazy trend as well as guys who once were cool wanting to take each other's lives. That's what it seemed to be between Mimo 600 and Munna. This feud would breed another disagreement between two guys who have the same crew, ironically, Mimo 600 and 600 Trigger. A lot of the times these guys have a distaste for each other and they usually start over something internal where if you're from the outside looking in, then it's very hard to tell. But somehow, as much as these guys don't like each other, they still have the same associates and friends, which is kind of weird. Now in this case, we have Mimo, who openly let it be known that he's not bothered by the unaliving of O Block's own Munna. Although they were once friends, prior to Duke's passing, him and Mimo didn't see eye to eye. So of course when he passed away, you kind of could have expected that Mimo would have reacted the way he did.
But I ain't gonna lie though, like if we was all cool at one time, I don't want to see nothing happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, okay, we got in an argument, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. That don't mean I want you dead though, folks. But a lot of people in Chicago, that's how they be. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I don't want you to die, gang. I just was arguing with you.
They already established when he was alive that it was smoke whenever they caught each other. Now first, it started off when news first broke about Munna passing, and Mimo would make cryptic posts to his IG story, where although he wasn't saying anything,
what'd he say?
Mimo would make cryptic posts.
You and now Mimo 600, you ain't even much get a chance. You ain't even much get a chance to say a word. Huh? I know I ain't tripping about your brother got them bricks. Huh?
To his IG story, where although he wasn't saying anything, you could kind of just read in between the lines. Y'all know when people start using third-party videos to send a message to someone without saying it, especially when they start using Bloodhound Little Jeff quotes?
Oh no.
That's what Mimo did.
They didn't know about now you know this belt lethal, so just do that with caution. Like just make sure you all in on down. Like make sure you ready to
No. And he posted this on his page after Munna died. He just reposted it. When the new YNs think the streets are game.
For somebody to die before you get to coming with that weird, cause this shit ain't no game, kid. We out.
I don't take advice from goofies. Keep it.
And he posted that.
gonna die. And y'all is gonna be riding like y'all always do. Cause that goofy y'all be down out here. I don't know why y'all even come talking to me.
Oh no.
We stomp on the head. Crunch. Real caps.
Man, this shit's scary, man. I'm glad I don't live out that no more. Oh my God, I can't believe I lived there for 22 goddamn years. Jesus.
Real baseball. The wheels start happening, and y'all know this by now.
Steady posting.
I went black for like a week, and poof. Gotta go.
Is he trying to claim that 600 did that? Cause that's kind of what they were saying in the last video. I don't know.
After that one, poof. I came back.
Now, gang. I don't know. I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you will ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing the video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? I don't know no more.
And shortly after that, he would make another post that was a little more direct about how he felt. So if you was confused or wondering, then he basically set the record straight. Mimo would take to his IG story to say, quote, F out my DM talking about sorry for your loss. We ain't lost ish on Steve.
That's crazy.
Laughing emoji. Then he used Chief Keef's song Earned It, but so much words stating that Duke basically earned it. Now you have some people that understand why Mimo did what he did, but then you have others that felt that
you gotta be some type of like evil goddamn genius, evil villain, man, to even come up with this shit. Like how did you come up? How did you find all of them Bloodhound Lil Jet videos to say what you trying to say in a cryptic message? How did you think I'm finna say this on my Instagram and then I'm finna put Earned It on the song under it because he earned it? Like, damn, like how you even think? Cause you an evil genius. Do your homework on Thanos.
Not only was it too early, but felt the two were once cool with each other at one point in time. So Mimo shouldn't be celebrating the man's demise.
Right.
I look at it like this. When someone into it with each other, you can't tell them how to feel or react. It just is what it is.
It is what it is, type.
Now, like I said in the last video, the streets is going to be the streets, y'all. You live by the gun, you die by it as well. It's hard to have remorse over some people that have inflicted the same pain that their families are now feeling on others.
Yeah.
As unfortunate as that sound, on top of that, we have to remember that Mimo and Munna Duke has had public disputes with each other on social media, so I don't expect anything less than Mimo trolling, because if the shoe was on the other foot, Duke probably would be doing the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
If y'all remember during the Cam Capone interview, Munna Duke would say that Mimo can't step foot on his block, saying that he can't take Mimo serious, and when he catch him, he gonna beat him up. Y'all check this out.
He said he was gonna beat him up, not kill him.
You and Mimo kind of had some issues on the internet not too long ago.
He drink water, funny as hell.
What about him? What you said some issue?
From what it says right here, Mimo tells Munna Duke he's putting belt to when he catch him.
He ain't never put a belt to no more for a day in his life. I don't really take people like that serious, man.
That's one thing I don't understand about street niggas. They always say that ain't nobody else ever did nothing. Like they're the only person that's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like every single street nigga say the same thing. Boy, you ain't never did nothing to nobody in your life. Like you know, like you lived his whole life or something. Boy, you ain't on nothing. You ain't tough. You ain't even like that. Boy, I'm the real, like somebody lying, bro. Everybody want El Chapo. Everybody didn't have all the money. Everybody ain't have all the hoes in the hood. Everybody ain't run the hood, folks. Everybody didn't run the hood. Everybody is not the roughest, toughest gangster. Everybody not the only person that's out here getting down on their ops or whatever. It's just delusion.
Can't take. You gotta know him, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker like me that been around, that I know every. And a motherfucker like him, I can't take serious. You know what I'm saying? He can't step a foot on my block. He will never step a foot on my block.
What does that mean, though?
Now, shortly after that, Mimo would call his bluff, and that's when he would go and take pictures in front of King Von's mural, which is located in O Block, and also go to a store over there. He would record every second of it too, just to let it be known that he wasn't ducking no smoke. So knowing what Duke had to say about Mimo, and them having a prior history before Duke passed away, I don't see why anyone is surprised.
So while y'all into it, y'all ops down the street into it with y'all too. Do that make any type of sense? Do that make any type of sense to even be into it like that when y'all actively got y'all ops that's trying to kill both of y'all? Wouldn't it make more sense for y'all to be in cahoots with each other and make sure that each other straight and fight against the actual ops down the street? That don't make sense.
That Mimo trolled or don't care about Duke passing. It was threats being put out there before he lost his life. So when he actually did, what made people think that anything would be any different? Now, aside from that, Mimo may have not been too fond of Duke, but that don't mean that the guys within 600 themselves all feel the same like Mimo. Another 600 member by the name of M Thing would post a picture of Duke and Youngin, remembering them and paying his respects, clearly indicating that he don't feel the same as Mimo, despite Mimo saying that nobody on his side took a loss. Now, another 600 member known as 600 Trigger will also denounce what Mimo said in his IG story. Trigger would take to his story, post a picture of Munna Duke, and caption it saying, quote, "On D-Thing, I appreciate my condolences. This is an over 10-year N-word for me. We took a big loss. I don't know what dude talking about." So Mimo saying that they didn't take a loss, and Trigger would intervene saying, yes, we did in fact take a big loss. Take a big loss.
He meant he didn't take a loss. Feel me? But you gotta understand, don't get me wrong, that these niggas will try their hardest just to feel tough. A nigga will really be at home sad and get on the internet acting like he's tough and gangster, even though he's sad about the past and he like, damn, that's crazy. But he gonna get on the internet and play like he has something to do with it, just so y'all think he's more like that. That's all these goofies care. It confuses me, bro. It just confuses me.
Now, as small as that may seem, it's little things like that that can lead to bigger problems. Some people may feel a way due to them being more closer to Duke. And to be honest with you, everybody have different relationships with different people. Even if Mimo knew Munna Duke and they was cool, maybe Trigger has a different relationship with Munna than Mimo did. So it made it even easier for Mimo actually to not care. But at the end of the day, it's already evident that although Mimo is 600, he haven't got along with a lot of the guys. And Mimo had been public enemy number one for a long time.
Chicago is every man for themselves. They only call each other 600 and O Block. They only claim that shit because it give them like some cool points. So when somebody be like, where you from? You be like, boy, I'm from O Block, boy. Boy, I'm from 600, boy. It's like, it give you some type of cool points. You feel me? Like type shit. But basically, it might be 1,000 niggas from 600, but every one of them 1,000 got their own thought process. It's not like they all moving together or they on the same type of shit or they, like, it's not that at all.
If y'all remember, it was rumors before that he himself couldn't go back to 600 territory. Now, whether it's his ops or even his own guys, it seemed like Mimo is always into it with somebody, but at the end of the day, he's staying on his own, so it is what it is. Now, after it came out that Trigger posted about Duke being a big loss, despite what Mimo said, Mimo would send another cryptic message out there as he would say, quote, "If it tuck its tail, it's a mutt. On Steve. Don't let that go over your head." So many words he's saying that someone tucking their tail and scared. And he didn't say no names, but it's kind of clear as day who he talking about or what situation he's referring to. Now, on another note, as y'all know, Munna Duke and Youngin was shot and unalive as they were celebrating the birthday of O Block Gleesh. Some say that Duke was moving loose, and that's how they were able to get caught the way they did. And on O Block Youngin's last story post, he posted a big bottle of Don Julio, and that makes me wonder if the alcohol may have played a part. Here's why.
But this is why I be telling people though, like, if you in the streets, gang, you can't be riding around Chicago getting drunk and high and sipping lean and at the restaurant and going on dates and kicking it and all. You can't do that nowhere in the rack. You can't do that. Ace nowhere in Chicago, in the city of Chicago, that is safe especially for a person that's in the streets. Hell no.
I'm in that live where Zoo was on live with Mimo, and he asked Mimo what he was going to do for the night, and Mimo mentioned getting lit and drunk with Munna Duke. I think he was being funny, but y'all check this out.
What you on? Cool. How you coming? Dry as hell, trying to see what I'm gonna do. High as hell. I ain't on to go to the stool. I need to get mine. Now I'm gonna call for them. You know they somewhere lit. All right, smack around.
That right there told me maybe that's something that Duke and them like to do. Yeah. That maybe that could have been his downfall the night he was on the live. Look at what have you out and about.
Most of the dudes that I know that died was either high or drunk when they died. You know what I'm saying?
Moving loosely and how you normally wouldn't, or because you're in a state of intoxication.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that did play a part. I don't know if that was the reason behind anything, but I really can't fathom Duke being caught so loosely the way he was and knowing that he survived the drill culture for a very long time. Just kind of don't make sense, man.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of the backdoor rumors are starting to float around.
But that people don't understand, bro. Like, that don't mean nothing. These niggas don't be alive. A lot of times they don't be surviving the drill scene. It be God. Niggas be thinking it's them. They think they superheroes, Captain America, motherfucking Iron Man and all that, gang. It ain't none of that, folks. It's God. If you get shot at 22,000 times, if the police chase you 500 times from the time that you 16 until you motherfucking 21, if you hang out on this block every goddamn day, you got a bunch of dead homies, you got a bunch of homies in jail, and you not in jail or dead, that's G-O-D. That ain't nothing else, folks. That is G-O-D. Niggas be walking outside like you didn't do that. That's G-O-D. Yeah, I got shot 2 times, but I survived. I'm hard body. No, you not. You blessed, my guy. God was looking out, folks. Say thank you and keep it moving, you know? Like, that don't really mean nothing. The only way to survive the hood is to get the fuck out. The only way to survive Chicago is to move. If you're in the streets specifically. If you a white boy and you work downtown, we ain't talking about you right now. I still suggest you to get the fuck up out of there, but you should be cool. But if you in the streets and you from Chicago streets and you from one of these big name hoods, O Block, 63rd, 600, Steve, all that, Front Street, all that shit, OTF. If you one of these big names where you know people to look at you and be like, you know a nigga will whack you who don't even got a problem with you just to go home and go back to his hood and be like, I got one of them O Block niggas up out of there. Y'all ain't even have a problem with them. The only way to survive Chicago is to move out of Chicago. There's nothing else there's nothing you about to do that's gonna make you smarter than a 5th grader, gang. He could have been as smart as he wanted to, but the right person saw him at the right time. When your ops see you, they gonna be like, hey, bro, we finna be right back in 2 minutes and we gonna come kill you. They don't say that. They see you, I bet. Make a call. You don't know about this phone call, bro. They make a phone call, the right person see you at the right time, and that's the end of your life. It's that simple. It don't gotta be no
FYB J-Man, who we're gonna cover later on, did mention that there may have been some type of backdoor activities. We're gonna get into that later. But other than that, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about it.
What y'all think, man? Jump in the comments.